So then how does that get connected to the ASC partnership, and what does that look like? Well, here you got just surgeons that are going to be owners, unless you have a management entity like our company that would be a partner, and typically would be a minority partner, and the surgeons would be a majority partner. 9,300 square feet facility that we built recently. Our cost to do that, about $190 a foot all in, and then you got an allowance of $45. So this partnership is having to capture $145 a square foot, okay, as a cost that that they have to have under consideration in terms of just the operating entity partnership. The equipment to do a couple of ORs from a spine perspective could run anywhere from about $700,000 to $1 million. So here we're just figuring 2 ORs, $700,000 each, $1.4 million, and then the working capital, $1.5 million. So what does this investment equation look like? About $4.25 million. The equity, again, this is capital raised by the partnership. So if you look at that $1.5 million and on 100%, that works out to $15,000 per 1%. So that's the basis that you could set in this particular enterprise as the investment for each of the partners, $15,000 per 1% from an equity perspective. Now the debt, you've got about $2.7 million that has to be capitalized. Now that typically we will get a bank loan to do at a local bank. And there was a time where we could get financing that was non-recourse. And even in today's environment, I would say that's problematic. So I want to point this out to you. If you divide that $2.7 million by 100, that's $27,000, $27,500 per 1%. So a partner here would be writing a check for $15,000, 1% of equity, and then they would be guaranteeing another $27,000 in debt. Now that guarantee is not something you have to come out of pocket for, but it's something that you are obligated to the bank in the event that the project fails, okay? That would only come into play if the project failed, okay? But this entity would have a 15-year lease back with the real estate entity. The big difference between this entity and the real estate entity is the cash on cash returns here, if done appropriately, 40, 50% and higher. So if you've got a physician or physician partners that have limited capital they want to invest, it would make more sense to put it in the ASC partnership, let somebody else put investment in the real estate because of the differential in returns. If the money is not an issue, then that's a moot point and you put it in both places.